Okay. So just a very quick and basic recap. Business intelligence we are learning till last 2 days. And this is the overall thing. I mean, actually why data engineering are a key roles for the business and why every big industry requires this kind of stuffs. Actually in the market, it was not earlier. I mean, it was not very famous in earlier, but nowadays it's the, one of the prospering thing. So earlier you can see SAP, lots of other technologies, they are very much popular. Nowadays we can tell that data intelligence, data engineering and the respective things, data scientists, data analytics, visualization part, all this kind of stuffs on top of data, those are playing the key role for forecasting the business. Each and every industry, they are requiring these stuffs. And why and how this is required, that we have discussed. And how to convert a meaningless data to meaningful data, that thing we have learned. We have learned how we can take data from OLTP, that is the source system data, and we can make it a meaningful data, and we can store the same thing in data marts in either fact table or dimension table. Okay, so when our fact and dimensions are ready, we can create the data modeling. The data modeling can be two kind of stuff. One may be star schema, another one can be snowflake schema. This is just a formation of the dimension and facts. Okay, so when our data modeling is ready, we can go ahead with the visualization part. Okay, so starting with the visualization means there are dashboards engineers. So taking those particular data from data mart, the dashboard team or the visualization team, they can create suitable charts, graphs. There are various charts and graphs available. So that thing can be presented in front of users too. Okay, so when we are daily basis refreshing our ETL jobs to load the new data from source to target, corresponding dashboard jobs will also refresh to get the new data and the data to be implemented inside the charts and graphs. Okay, so this is the part of the visualization engineer's task. It's also coming under data. Okay, data analytics, rather we can say. Even data scientists, they can also use this kind of charts and graphs. Okay. Okay, there are various tools for using charts and graphs. I think I have mentioned it earlier. Just like ETL tool, I have mentioned those kind of ETL tools are available in the market. Similarly, there are Tableau. I think you have heard of this thing, Tableau. There is a Microsoft tool called Power BI. There is a Click tool, Click Sense or Click View, Cognos. Those are the different visualization tool. So maybe for project purpose, they can choose any one of them. They can create the proper visualization and present the same thing in front of business user or decision owner, decision maker, so that they can take easy decision. They can take the proper strategy for their business forecast. Okay. So for the visualization thing, the first technique, the first terminology we should be using KPI. That is called key performance indicators. So what are the thing? KPI means suppose whatever charts and graphs we are representing over there in the dashboard, the particular chart is representing a particular thing, just like the same thing we have learned in grain. What grain is telling? Grain is telling what the fact table is containing. The same kind of stuffs, whatever charts and graphs I'm preparing, by a one-liner statement, what I can say on top of this chart. Okay, suppose uh, growth in last 5 years. This can be a KPI. Okay, so it's a visualization cue that communicates the amount of progress made towards goal. Critical metric for measuring the performance of a business. All those are KPI, key performance indicator, to check the performance or to check the growth. Okay, so just a quick example. KPI. KPI may be quantitative in nature, just like sales growth is a KPI. quarterly revenue is a KPI. Qualitative KPI, the customer satisfaction, product quality, service quality, those kind of stuffs are called different KPI. So if you are a visualization engineer, then the business owner can tell you, I need this KPI to be incorporated in your dashboard. Not sure, they are not expert what chart we need to use. They are not expert on that one. Maybe there are some expert person is there, may not be, but they can definitely tell these KPI they required. Okay. So based on this KPI, the visualization engineer need to create the charts and graphs on top of the data modeling. Or data modeling means the data mart tables. Okay. So the last point is very much important. If a company's goal is to have the fastest growth in this industry, its main KPI may be the measure of revenue growth year on year. Okay. So they need to main focus on a particular chart, revenue growth year on year. Okay. So those are called KPI. Simply we can tell it's a performance indicator and that can be visualized through dashboard, charts and reports and graphs. Okay. So the similar kind of stuffs I have represented. Just like when we are presenting the data in data mart, on top of that, visualization team can create this kind of charts and graphs. This is a bar plot. You can see having two dimension. One is zone dimension. In x-axis, you can see two dimensions are there. One is zone dimension. In zone, there are east, west, north, south, as well as there is another dimension called year, 2010, 11, and 12. Okay. So in each of the zone, it's been splitted. And y-axis, only one thing is there. It's a fact called revenue. So it's a two-dimension versus a particular fact or measures visualization chart. Okay. By this, the particular users can easily see which zone is having the which kind of growth in particular which year. Okay. Then in the back end, they can check what is the, why this kind of things has been happened. Why each of the zone is having different growth for each of the year. So all those kind of reasons can be, all these kind of patterns can be found in the backend of the data. There is no issue, but this is a high level diagram so that you can have a good idea. Okay, I'm just showing different feature or dashboard types. There is pivot table. Pivot means we are transposing the particular report from row to columns. Okay, so you can see it over here. Just is a sales table. I'm just pivoting it. So based on our requirement, we can modify our pivot our own way. It's different. Based on maybe some customer's requirement or anyone, if they want to check in this way, so we can pivot the particular report. Okay. Okay. Now two terminologies are there: slice and dice. So during the visualization technique we are following. So suppose we have over here, you can also see there are three-dimension bar plot. In this three-dimension bar plot, there are two dimensions present at x-axis and y-axis. And in the z-axis, one particular measures is present. In x-axis, city is present. In y-axis, year is available. And in the z-axis, a particular measure or fact called sales is available. Okay. Now, what is slice? This kind of terminology, the visualization teams are quite uh, aware of these things. What is slice? Slice means slicing the data. We are choosing filter based on, okay, we have chosen a particular filters on top of 2009, year. Okay, so you can see the visualization charts. This is a graph. The particular plot has been sliced. for 2009 only. Okay, this is called slice. And dice means if we choose two filters at a time, this is a dice operation. One is for year, another one is for city 2. So this is a dicing part. We are just, this is slice, slice on year. This is called dice. Choosing two filters on top of city and year. So there are various options there. I mean, in the visualization tool, we can find how to impose filters on top of a particular dimensions and all. So those are already available at there. Of when if you are just quite interested to learn any visualization tool, you need to call all those data mart tables. You need to choose some select queries over there to at the backend side of this tool, because you have to join this fact and dimension to set up the proper dimensions and all. I mean data modeling. After doing that, when you are choosing the particular city versus revenue graph, then you need to choose those kind of fields in your charts and graphs, as well as some filter pane you need to impose over there. In the filter pane's backend, you need to put city, year, just this kind of stuff. When everything is ready, in the UI side, you just need to choose which city you want to check data, which year you want to check the data, and you can find this dice over here. Okay. Okay. Another terminology, it's called roll up, drill down. So what is this thing? As per the example, we can create hierarchical dimension. Hierarchical means just like this in the time or date dimension, you can see in the year field, we are creating a hierarchical dimension because uh, the lowermost hierarchy over here is month. On top of month, we are creating the hierarchy of quarter. On top of quarter, we are creating the hierarchy of year. Okay. Now the charts are the particular chart or list has been prepared in this way. If I just click on, there is hyperlink available, not hyperlink exactly, some link or something is available on 2013. That is on top of hierarchical dimension. If we click on top of that, it should be drilling into granular level. Here it comes the granularity again. I'm clicking on 2013. Only 2013 has been picked up in the particular list, and it's been sliced. It's been drilled down to more granular level. The other things can be removed in the next thing. Or there you can see all the quarter can be shown. Now I'm clicking on top of that. I'm clicking on top of that. You can see all the months will be available over here. Okay. The similar kind of stuffs we can do in top of bar plot as well. Okay. So it's called drill down. Similar kind of stuff if we do the vice versa part. So changing the thing, just coming from this thing to this thing, it's called roll up. So roll up and drill down, those are totally vice versa. But the thing is this, we need to create first some hierarchical dimension, and when it's ready, we can in the list or in the bar plot, we can call this particular hierarchical dimension, and then we can go ahead with roll up and drill down function. Okay, so that's the basic idea for the visualization engineer. In our basic data engineer courses, we do not have demonstration for a particular tool over there for visualization technique. But in Python, there will be some classes we can use matplotlib, one of the module, which we'll be using for visualization technique. So I'll be quickly touching up this thing for some examples on top of that. But there is no such license available with us for the Tableau or ClickSense to show you. But it's in the backend concepts and those things, it's very simple. That's I mentioned. Just like on top of data mart tables, we need to create the joining conditions to create the proper data modeling there. So when our data modeling is ready, then on top of this data modeling, we can create those charts and graphs. Okay. How to create the charts and graphs? For that, you need to find the demonstration. Maybe you need to choose one particular tool, maybe Power BI, maybe ClickSense, and you can go ahead on that one. Okay. So any doubt till now from anyone? For this BI, we'll be closing this BI topic today. Any doubt? Nothing?
Good, Nandi. Yep.
Okay.
It was clear.
Okay, then it's fine. It's the overall thing actually. If we are just a fresher, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe some of you are quite experienced. Maybe some of you are, I mean, fresher. Maybe some of you are finding jobs. So this is the overall picture that the data engineers playing the role. Okay, maybe we are not. Even I joined the company at the beginning. I was working in as a ETL developer at the beginning. I was not sure why ETL is being used, how this has been required, but the overall picture, how the architecture will see the thing, what should be required, what tool should be required for this thing. They need to design everything. So from their perspective, this is the overall thing. Okay, maybe we'll be working in a small thing, maybe a small portion of ETL, maybe not overall ETL too. Maybe we are doing, maybe some of you are doing as a visualization engineer part. Maybe some of you are creating data modeling on top of data models. So maybe you are data analytics. Any role you can receive, but this is the overall thing. If you are going to the higher position, the picture will be more clearer to you. You can find the similarity between this and your project. Okay. Okay. Now, can we start? I mean, the second exercise. Anyone wants to start? Pratyusha or anyone?
Yes, Nandi.
You want to share the screen and solve the exercise, or
Yes, I wanted to show you the query what I wrote for joining. Second question.
okay? You can. I
So
mean, I'm
it's
giving you
something
the
related to
co-host.
join service. Okay.
Give me 1 second. Let me stop the recording for a few seconds. I'll be starting it again.
Can you give access to Sala Pratyusha Raj? That's my laptop.
Okay, I'm just trying to.